The tiny holes hidden in Starship's stainless steel skin don't look important. Most people watching a launch never notice them. Yet those nearly invisible openings replaced hardware that once protruded from the vehicle's exterior. And that change solved a problem so complex that it sits at the intersection of fluid dynamics, aerodynamics, and rocket guidance. It seems counterintuitive. Why would SpaceX remove visible external vents and replace them with hidden static ports embedded directly into the vehicle? The old system worked. It measured atmospheric pressure. It provided flight data. So why redesign it? The answer begins with a challenge every high-speed aircraft and rocket faces. Measuring pressure sounds simple until you're traveling faster than sound through an atmosphere that is actively trying to distort every measurement you make. As Starship climbs toward orbit, it isn't merely moving through the air, it is compressing, accelerating, and reshaping the air around it. At low speeds, pressure measurements are relatively straightforward. A sensor exposed to the atmosphere records the surrounding pressure, and engineers use that information for flight calculations. But Starship never spends much time at low speeds. Within minutes of liftoff, it accelerates through transonic and supersonic flight regimes where airflow behaves in ways that can seem almost impossible to visualize. Pressure waves begin forming around the vehicle, shock waves appear, regions of compressed air develop along the surface. The atmosphere surrounding the rocket is no longer uniform. Suddenly, the pressure touching one part of the vehicle may be very different from the pressure touching another part only a few feet away. This creates a major problem because rockets rely on accurate pressure measurements for far more than simple altitude calculations. Pressure data influences guidance algorithms, aerodynamic load calculations, structural analysis, and flight safety systems. Every second, Starship's computers are estimating how the atmosphere is interacting with the vehicle. Small measurement errors can propagate into larger calculation errors. During some portions of flight, particularly around Mach Q, those errors matter enormously. Mach Q is the point of maximum aerodynamic stress during ascent. It is not the moment of highest speed or highest altitude. It is the moment when the combination of atmospheric density and velocity produces the greatest forces acting on the rocket. Even Falcon 9 reduces engine thrust during Mach Q to limit structural stress. Starship, being significantly larger and presenting far more surface area to the atmosphere, faces an even more demanding environment. The challenge becomes even more difficult when sensors themselves begin affecting the airflow they are trying to measure. An external vent or protruding pressure probe may appear insignificant, but at high speeds, every protrusion influences the surrounding air. Tiny vortices can form, localized pressure disturbances can appear, and shock interactions can occur around the sensor itself. In other words, the device used to measure pressure can actually change the pressure field it is attempting to observe. This is one of the most frustrating realities of high-speed aerodynamics. The act of measurement can alter the thing being measured. Engineers have wrestled with this problem for decades. Aircraft flying near the speed of sound often require carefully designed pitot-static systems placed in locations where airflow distortion is minimized. Supersonic aircraft face even greater challenges. Rockets add another level of complexity because they experience rapidly changing aerodynamic environments throughout ascent. Conditions that are acceptable at Mach 0.5 may become problematic at Mach 1.2. Conditions that work during transonic flight may produce inaccurate data at Mach 3. The solution is not simply to install better sensors. The solution is to understand the airflow itself and place measurement points where the data most accurately represents reality. That appears to be one of the reasons SpaceX moved toward hidden static ports integrated directly into Starship's outer surface. Rather than extending into the airflow, these ports remain flush with the vehicle. They create minimal disturbance. Air flows smoothly across the surface without encountering protruding hardware that can generate unwanted effects. The concept sounds simple, but implementing it requires enormous engineering effort. The placement of a static port is critical. Moving it even a short distance can change the readings significantly. A port positioned near a shockwave may experience distorted pressure measurements. A port located near turbulent flow may generate unreliable data. Engineers must carefully analyze airflow patterns across the entire vehicle to determine the optimal locations. This is where computational fluid dynamics becomes one of the most powerful tools in modern aerospace engineering. Before a vehicle ever flies, engineers can simulate airflow around the rocket using advanced numerical models. These simulations reveal pressure distributions, shock locations, turbulent regions, and aerodynamic loads. But simulations alone are not enough. Wind tunnel testing provides additional validation. Then, flight data is collected. The results are compared against predictions. Engineers refine the models. New simulations are performed. More testing follows. Over time, the understanding of the vehicle improves. Design changes emerge from that growing understanding. Starship presents a particularly interesting aerodynamic challenge because it is unlike most rockets that came before it. Its enormous diameter, stainless steel construction, and fully reusable architecture create unique flow characteristics. Traditional launch vehicles were often optimized primarily for reaching orbit once. Starship is being designed to fly repeatedly. It must survive ascent, orbital operations, atmospheric reentry, and landing. Every external component becomes a potential maintenance item. Every protrusion becomes a possible source of wear, damage, heating, or failure. Eliminating external hardware wherever possible aligns perfectly with SpaceX's long-term goal of rapid reusability. The benefits extend beyond measurement accuracy. Anything sticking out from a rocket experiences harsh conditions. During launch, acoustic energy generated by 33 Raptor engines bombards the vehicle. Vibrations propagate through the structure. Pressure fluctuations occur continuously. As speed increases, aerodynamic forces rise dramatically. During reentry, thermal loads become extreme. Exposed components must survive all of it. A flush-mounted static port has fewer failure modes simply because there is less hardware exposed to the environment. Fewer parts generally mean higher reliability, and reliability becomes increasingly important when a vehicle is intended to fly frequently. One of the most fascinating aspects of this design evolution is how invisible it is to the casual observer. When people think about major rocket improvements, they usually picture larger engines, stronger structures, more powerful computers, or dramatic changes to the launch system. Yet some of the most important advances occur in places that receive almost no attention. A small pressure port may seem insignificant compared to a Raptor engine producing hundreds of tons of thrust, but the engine depends on guidance systems. Guidance systems depend on accurate flight data. Accurate flight data depends on reliable measurements. Suddenly, a tiny opening in the vehicle's skin becomes part of a chain of engineering decisions that ultimately influences mission success. The deeper lesson is that aerospace engineering is often a battle against uncertainty. Engineers are not merely building rockets, they are building systems capable of operating in environments where tiny errors can produce enormous consequences. Every improvement that reduces uncertainty increases confidence in the vehicle's performance. Better pressure measurements lead to better aerodynamic models. Better models lead to better design decisions. Better decisions lead to safer, more capable spacecraft. The transition from external vents to hidden static ports is a perfect example of this philosophy in action. It represents a move toward cleaner data, greater reliability, and a deeper understanding of the physics governing flight. Perhaps the most surprising part of the story is that the atmosphere itself is the real adversary. Air appears calm and invisible from the ground, yet at supersonic speeds, it becomes a dynamic, violent fluid capable of generating enormous forces. Shock waves form in fractions of a second. Pressure fields shift continuously. Tiny geometric features can influence flow patterns in unexpected ways. SpaceX's solution was not to fight those effects with more complicated hardware. Instead, the company refined the vehicle to work with the physics. By reducing disturbances and allowing airflow to remain as undisturbed as possible, the measurements become more representative of the actual environment. This seemingly minor change reveals something important about the evolution of Starship. The program is no longer focused solely on proving that the vehicle can fly. Increasingly, it is focused on refinement. Each test flight provides data. Each redesign removes another source of uncertainty. Each improvement makes the vehicle more mature. The transition to hidden static ports may never generate headlines like a successful orbital flight or a booster catch, but it represents the same engineering philosophy that drives every aspect of the program. Progress is often measured not by dramatic breakthroughs, but by hundreds of small improvements that collectively transform a prototype into an operational spacecraft. The next time Starship rises from the launch pad, most viewers will focus on the roaring engines, the towering plume, and the sheer scale of the vehicle. Few will notice the tiny pressure ports embedded in its surface, yet those small openings tell a remarkable story. They represent years of aerodynamic analysis, fluid dynamics research, flight testing, and engineering refinement. They demonstrate how even the smallest details matter when building a spacecraft intended to carry payloads, crews, and eventually humans to other worlds. Sometimes